What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I am here with another tier list video. It's been a while, man. It's been a minute. We're going to be talking about the most improved fighters of 2024. These are the guys that have gone from zero to hero basically in the division. That's pretty corny. I'm not going to say it. But these are the guys that have upgraded their fighting style, their standing in the UFC. If they're up in the S and the A tier, they have gone from basically nobody to a real contender, big name in the sport. A tier is pretty similar. If they're down in the C and the D tier, they might have made some changes and some improvements, but not a big enough one to where it's like, damn, that guy's really made a big improvement. It's just kind of like, you can see it if you're looking for it. That's kind of the way I would think about it. But without further ado, let's get into this, man. First guy I want to talk about, the reason I made this fucking video. I cannot afford to lose. Motherfucker, let me tell you something. Shout out to Bedtime MMA, my brother. I'm throwing money Moicano in the S tier, dude. This guy is financially motivated. He's financially responsible. He's putting everybody on game. And he looked like fucking prime Khabib against Benoit, dude. He completely destroyed the Aura Merchant once and for all. And he has really become a serious contender in the lightweight division. Like before this Benoit fight, I was like, Moicano's pretty funny. You know, I hope he gets the big fight with Paddy. Now I'm like, shit, dude. I kind of want to see this guy fight Islam. You know what I mean? Like, this guy actually fucking glowed up so heavy at 155. Mr. Moicano, I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game, my brother. I'm going to throw Moicano in the S tier, dude. I feel like that's pretty fair to say. He's gone, like I said, from being kind of a beloved and a, you know, mid-level UFC fighter to a serious problem at 155 on a legitimate title run right now. So that's my opinion on it. But yeah, I'm going to throw Moicano in the S tier. Let's move on to a fighter that did make some improvements in his last fight. But I don't feel like he's going to, first of all, get a lot of hype from people. But I also feel like the changes were just little. Like, he was always good. I'm going to throw Shawn Brady in the C tier, dude. Now, Joe Pyfer's probably getting on a fucking plane to Australia to come chin me for not putting this dude in the S tier. But, like, Shawn Brady was always good. Like, I don't think many people thought Shawn Brady was trash until he lost to the GOAT, Belal Muhammad. But, I mean, that happens, dude. You know, Belal Muhammad's knocking fucking Leon Edwards out. He's knocking out Usman in their fight. You know, anyone he fights next, he's knocking them out, dude. So, no shame on Shawn Brady's name. He did improve his striking against Belal Muhammad. He definitely looked a lot better. He improved his cardio as well. And I think it was a drastic enough improvement to not put him in the D tier and just say, oh yeah, he got a little bit better. He made a wholesale change to the way that he fights and to his fighting abilities, especially with the cardio. And the heart, hopefully, has improved. I'm going to throw Shawn Brady in the C tier. You know, shout out to Shawn Brady, dude. All right, let's move on to somebody fighting this weekend. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm going to throw Khalil Rountree in the D tier. Now, I like Khalil Rountree. I feel the need to say that. Here's the fucking thing about Khalil, you guys. He went to fucking Thailand, and he's fucking 5-3 since he came back, you guys. I don't know where this rumor came from. Khalil Rountree's this insane fucking different person since he's a whole different animal since going to Thailand, man. The guy is 5-3 since that. He got beat by Kudalaba after that, man. I think he's definitely improved. That's why I've got him in this video. If you're in this video, you have improved, and I do see you, bro. Like, I see you grinding. And Khalil Rountree's definitely improved. He's definitely a dangerous striker. We don't know much else about his grappling. We haven't seen really a big shift in that. We haven't really seen him had to use that in his past couple of fights. But he's definitely improved his confidence, and I would say his striking has improved enough to where you could say, you know what, he has made some changes, but it's not like a, dude, this guy's a whole different beast. I feel like he's still dangerous. Like, he's always been dangerous as fuck. He's always been a good striker. I don't think it's that drastic of a difference from 2019 when he fought fucking Eric Anders. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to throw Khalil Rountree in the D tier. All right, dude, moving on to one of my, can I, like, listen, bro. You guys love making fun of my bad predictions. Did I not fucking tell you this guy was better than Benoit Saint Denis? Did I not fucking tell you guys this guy was going on a run? Oh, bedtime. What an idiot. What an idiot. Pete, who's laughing now, lad? Who's fucking laughing now? Nobody's laughing, lad. I'm not joking. Lad, this guy's the best fucking fighter in the UFC, mate. I swear to God, lad. Get him a fucking burger. Paddy Pimblett's B tier. He's improved his striking. He looked crazy good against Bobby Green. Pause. A lot of people, and the thing about this that pisses me off is people will say, oh, Bobby Green was never that good. Benoit Saint Denis was never that good. They were the favorites, according to all of you. Like, they were the favorite against Dustin Poirier, Moicano, and Paddy Pimblett. So according to you guys, they were good. But then as soon as they lose, dude, this guy fucking sucks, man. This guy fucking sucks, dude. Fuck that. Bobby Green showed that Paddy Pimblett is ranked material. He has improved his striking. His submission finishing ability in that fight looked really, really good. Like, he had some kind of sus performances on the come up. But I think he actually has improved. And his standing in the division went from meme, hype train fraud that no one believes anything from, to now he's a real ranked contender, in my opinion. I think if he locks in on his diet, he could seriously go on a good run. So I'm going to throw Paddy Pimblett in the B tier. I'm not going to be outrageous and put him in the S tier or the A tier. I think B tier is pretty fair because he has leveled up, but there's still room to go, in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying, dude? Let's move on, though, to a bona fide fucking S tier. Like, this guy is one of the big three of this category. If there was an award for this, like the NBA, this guy would be in the voting for it. Diego Lopes, man. I was completely wrong about this guy. I'm not afraid to say that, man. I was completely wrong about Diego Lopes. I thought that he was just like a flash in the pan kind of hype train. Like, oh, this is a exciting guy, but when he fights somebody legit with some real experience, they're going to be able to figure him out and kind of wear him down. He looked really fucking elite against Brian Ortega, dude. And that's another one that people all of a sudden, oh, dude, Brian Ortega sucks. Okay. Then why are you all glazing Diego Lopes for beating him? You know what I'm saying, dude? I think Brian Ortega is still great. And Diego Lopes made him look like shit. Diego Lopes is that fucking good. I think the fact that this guy went from unranked, or ranked like what, number 13, yeah, like barely fucking ranked, to next in line for the title shot, that's the most improved performance of 2024 in my opinion. I think he is the winner of this award by my books. And he's improved his patience with his power. He's not rushing for a finish. He's improved his cardio. His fight IQ is seeming to improve. I think Diego Lopes has a seriously good chance of becoming champion next year. So, for that reason, you have to put him in the fucking S tier, dude. Shout out Diego Lopes. All my homies love Lopes. Let's move on to a very underrated one in this category. They're not going to give him credit. They're always going to make excuses. Joaquin Buckley's A tier, dude. Joaquin Buckley was like a borderline about to get cut from the UFC level fighter. And now he's about to be top 10. I think he's about to beat Wonderboy, dude. I think Joaquin Buckley's run right now is so fucking impressive when you consider the fact that he fought Vicente Luque on short notice, finished him, okay? Nassourdine Imavov. I do not forget these things, dude. All right? I do not forget these things. I remember a lot of fucking people saying, oh, Nassourdine Imavov, this guy's a terrible matchup for Buckley. He's going to KO Buckley, dude. He's too big, man. The UFC hates Buckley. They're trying to get rid of him. And he made Imavov look like shit, dude. Buckley has improved, man. He came into the UFC short notice against Kevin Holland. Lost that fight. Did very good in that fight, though. I'll give him credit. And he's just stayed consistent, bro. Like, he's locked the fuck in. His cardio has improved. He uses it so well. His boxing has improved. His defense has been the biggest improvement you can see. He's not getting chinned like a goofy goober every fight now. And I think being at welterweight makes such a big difference for this guy that you can just see this huge difference in the way that he carries himself, the way that his career is going. Joaquin Buckley's a big candidate for this award. I'm going to throw him in the A tier. Yeah, I want to give him his credit because he definitely deserves it. Okay, and that's not even glazing. That's just facts, dude. All right, let's move on to a current UFC champion. It's going to sound like such a hater thing to say. I feel like I shouldn't even say it, but I'm going to keep it a buck on this channel, dude. I'm throwing Merab in the D tier, dude. I'm not liking the way he's handling the Umar situation. And I feel like it's making me dislike Merab. Even though I was perfectly happy for him when he won the belt. I liked him on the come up. I thought he was funny. I loved how mad he makes people. The way he's handling the Umar thing is actually making me mad, so I don't know if I can say that anymore. He made some improvements in the striking, but it's just a weird time. It doesn't even feel like he's the champion. Am I the only one that doesn't feel like Merab is the champion right now? Like, I know, I'm not saying O'Malley beat him. I'm never going to make that argument. I 100% gave that fight to Merab. I dropped a comment on Guru's video about it and, virtually 10-8'd him in the debate, dude. But, bro, I don't know what it is about the aura and the vibe of this guy. He just doesn't feel like he's the champion. I just feel like he's the #1 contender trying to line up a fight with Umar at the fucking Apex. But it's for the belt. I don't know, dude. Merab's standing has not improved for me whatsoever since winning the belt. He showed better striking, better patience in the wrestling. That's why I'm going to include him on this. But he was always good. Like, we knew he was a terrible matchup for O'Malley. We knew he was a hard fight for everyone in the top 5. He already had a great resume coming into the O'Malley fight. So you can't really improve too much from where he already is, which is an elite bantamweight champion level fighter. So I'm going to throw him in the D tier. He improved a little bit, but not a huge drastic, like, holy fuck, this guy's just a different fighter, man. Let's move on, though. All right. To one of them, I almost forgot about this guy making this video. And then I remembered the run that he's on right now. I'm throwing Michel Pereira in the C tier. This guy is fucking killing people at middleweight, dude. This guy is smoking people at middleweight, man. This guy used to be going life and death with Nico Price. No offense. And, Tristan Boondocks Connolly. Shout out UFC legend Tristan Connolly, bruh. And now Michel Pereira is a genuinely dangerous middleweight contender that's going to lose to Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. But regardless of that, he's a very good prospect. He's improved his fight IQ. I would say the way that he fights is a lot smarter. The way that he manages his gas tank, his grappling being used more than his striking is a very good adjustment because he's always been a nasty good grappler. Very hard to do damage to Michel Pereira and hurt him as well and finish him. I don't think he's ever been finished. I know 100% in the UFC he's never been finished. But man, this guy has definitely made some big improvements. And I think at middleweight, he's a serious contender, dude. I think he would beat like Paulo Costa right now. I think he'd beat a lot of guys at middleweight. So I'm going to throw him at the C tier because he was always dangerous and he was hyped up. He's not changed too much. I think it's just more like the mindset has changed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to throw him in the C tier. Same with Brady. Like, they were always good. Always had this potential. But just little tweaks have made them just that much better. And that's what C tier I feel like should be. All right? Let's move on, man. Montel Jackson. I'm going to throw this guy in the B tier. Before this year, be real. Half of you don't even know who this guy is, bro. Before this year, I'm going to say 75% of you probably did not know this guy fucking existed, dude. But this guy came out there, dropped a 20-second KO against fucking Damon Blackshear, who is a very good prospect and a very good bantamweight fighter. This guy is a problem at bantamweight now. I feel like fucking Ariel Helwani, the amazing Montel Jackson, the amazing. But I'm gonna be real, bro. This guy's a serious problem, dude. I'd be nervous if my boy Adrian Yanez got booked against this guy now. This guy is no longer a nobody, dude. He has upgraded to a somebody in the bantamweight division. He's developed good finishing abilities in his last 2 fights. I know that he fought Ronnie Yaya, but still, Damon Blackshear, that's a good win. Underdog in that fight as well, I believe, or maybe like just tiny favorite. Yeah, Montel Jackson. I'm not racist. Montel Jackson, great improvements. I want to shout him out because he's a very underrated fighter. And I do think that we're going to see some big changes coming to this guy at bantamweight. I think he's going to go on a run, dude. I think this guy will end up like top 10 at bantamweight. So I'm going to say he's made enough improvements that I've seen in the short time that he's been fighting this year. Hopefully his activity level picks up. Guys, this guy's made some good changes, dude. Let's move on to a very underrated example of this most improved fighter. I wouldn't say this guy has made huge, drastic changes, but I would say just the little tweaks he's made have given him an entirely new run in his career. I'm throwing Max Holloway in the C tier, bro. Max Holloway hasn't changed that much. Like, he's not a wrestler now. He's not, changed the way that he fights too much. It's just little tweaks. Like, he sits down on his punches a bit more. He kind of steps off the gas a little bit more. He's a little bit more, like, calculating with his pressure. Like, he'll pressure. Then he'll step back and let you swing and miss a little bit more. And he won't force it as much as he used to. Like, I feel like he used to really just empty the fucking tank. Just output. And that's why he got hit so much. But you can see in his last couple of fights, he's made changes since that Volkanovski trilogy to where he's landing more, getting hit less, causing more damage, like having more power, game planning a lot smarter, mixing up the grappling a little bit more. He tried to get a submission against TKZ. I would definitely say Max Holloway has made some drastic improvements, but he was already a featherweight legend. He's already one of the greatest fighters in UFC history, so I can't put him up in the S tier and be like, dude, Max is just a completely different animal now. He's made enough changes to where he is like a very noticeable difference, but he's not like gone from being shit to being good. He's always been great. He's just changed some things to stay great or be even greater now. And I think C tier is pretty fair for that. But yeah, he's borderline B tier, dude. Max Holloway Those little subtle changes have made a big difference, man. Let's move on to one of my favorite prospects in the UFC. Obviously, personal friend of the channel, man. We're just big bros, dude. I'm throwing Chase Hooper in the B tier, man. I think Chase Hooper's improvements. This guy went from getting smoked by Steve Garcia and Steven Ocho Peterson to literally Charles Oliveira 2.0. I'm sticking with this theory, bro. I'm sticking with this theory. I'm not going to put him in the channel banner because I don't want to jinx him. I'm sticking with this theory. Debuts at featherweight in his late teens. Has a couple of bad performances because of his size and his frame and the weight cut. Right? Moves up to lightweight. All of a sudden, this guy's got power and he's locking up fucking submissions and he's destroying people, dude. Chase Hooper has made some drastic fucking improvements. His frame has filled out a lot too, which I think is a big part of it. But man, his striking has improved. He's got some power now because he's getting older. He's getting like dad strength, man strength. I think Chase Hooper's improvements are very drastic. He deserves to be in the B tier. And I think if I do this video a year from now, he'll probably be an A tier or S tier level candidate, dude. I believe Chase Hooper will be ranked next year, bro. I have very high spirits of this guy. And I'm just realizing that I forgot fucking Brian Battle. Brian Battle, you deserve to be A tier as well. You're literally Charles Oliveira now. Yeah, Brian Battle. Shout out to Brian Battle, the butcher. I'm throwing him in the A tier. My bad. I totally forgot him, bro. But I didn't forget this fucking alien. I'm throwing Shawn Woodson in the D tier. Shawn Woodson, like, he's improved a little bit. You know, he's had some good performances. He's on a little bit of a run right now. But there's nothing that sticks out to me like a Chase Hooper or a Brian Battle that makes me go, damn, this guy's really leveled up here now. He's a real contender. Whereas I think next year, Montel Jackson, Chase Hooper, Paddy Pimblett, Brian Battle, Joaquin Buckley, Moicano, Lopes, these guys will all be in the top 10. That's my opinion on their improvements as fighters from where they were last year. I would say Shawn Woodson, he might get top 15. He might crack number 13, number 12. I don't think he beats any of those guys above him, dude. I think that his frame will only take him so far, and he needs to improve a little bit more, I would say. I don't know. I don't know what else I would change if I was Shawn Woodson's elite UFC level coach. Which is what I am, guys. I mean, come on, dude. I'm literally undefeated in UFC 5 career mode. I'm basically, you know, GSP 2.0. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't really see this drastic change in Shawn Woodson. I feel like he's just on a good run. He's figured out a couple of things in terms of the way that he fights and using his frame. He is a very dangerous guy at featherweight. I do like watching him fight. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of like Randy Brown. Randy Brown's another guy that's improved a lot in terms of being like a tall, lanky guy that knows how to use it. But I wouldn't confidently put either of those guys as like, they're going to be top 10, bro. They've changed everything, man. They're different now. Like, they're just slightly better. That's where I'd put Woodson. Right. Let's get moving. I want to change up the way that I say these things. I don't want to just say, let's move on every time. Let's get moving, guys. Let's get a move on, guys. Bad time's a fucking dirtbag, dude. The guy fucking put me in the C tier, dude. You know, it is what it is, dude. You know, I'm fucking out wrestling Islam, dude. You know, the best is blessed, brother. You know, the guy fucking put me in the C tier, man, next to Max, dude. No, it is what it is, dude. I'm throwing Dustin Poirier in the C tier. He improved his grappling a lot, man. He looked totally different against Islam. Like, how the fuck do you do better against Islam than Khabib, bro? Like, Islam, I'm gonna just say outright, Islam's just better than Khabib. More skillful than Khabib, for sure. Maybe not as, like, dominant, but more skillful, right? More dangerous in terms of, like, striking, wrestling, grappling. I can't even be bothered to do the fucking Belal impression. I'm saving all of them for the Guru impression video. But dude, you know what I'm saying, man. Dustin Poirier definitely did improve his grappling. I feel like the improvements were very minimal, but they showed quite well from that training camp with Mateusz Gamrot, the GOAT. To where I feel like you have to put him in the C tier. You have to mention him in this video, but he hasn't, like, obviously, he didn't fucking win that fight, so he didn't improve that much, right? But there was definitely some changes that I would say worthy of shouting out. I'm going to put Poirier in the C tier. We've got a couple of fighters left, big names in this conversation, including an S tier candidate. But before we do that, Belal Muhammad, man. Round of applause for Belal Muhammad, guys. This guy went from boring wrestler, supposedly, to outstriking Leon Edwards, bro. I rewatched that fight, man. Leon Edwards, bro, you got fucking dominated, dude. Belal Muhammad's the fucking welterweight champ, baby. Yeah, baby. Every time I look down in the corner, I see Belal Muhammad smiling with that belt. I just get happy, bro. I just smile from ear to ear, man. Because Belal Muhammad improved his boxing greatly. He looked good. That jab was money. His hand speed was good. His fight IQ is just leveled up every single fight. He's legitimately a great strategist in the MMA world. His wrestling looks so fucking good against Leon Edwards. That even surprised me, dude. I went out there and said Leon Edwards is going to get completely out-wrestled by Belal Muhammad. I did not think he was going to pick this dude up and fucking dunk him on the head, bro. That was crazy. So Belal Muhammad's definitely improved, even from a Belal Muhammad Glazer perspective. I didn't even think he was going to look that good against Leon Edwards. So, yeah, Belal Muhammad's definitely improving. And I would put him in the B tier. You know, he was already a great fighter. I already knew he had that capabilities in him. But yeah, he excelled my expectations for him. And I'm going to put him in the B tier for that. Last one to talk about before we go to the S tier. I'm going to throw Nassourdine Imavov in the A tier. Now, this guy obviously made me fucking crash out on Saturday watching UFC Paris. Sunday for my Australians out there. Where's my Australians at? Shout out to you. Nassourdine Imavov, he has improved, dude. This year alone, he's entered the top 5 borderline title shot conversation. Either going to fight Israel Adesanya or Sean Strickland or Dricus du Plessis next. That's where this guy is at now. Compared to where he was last year, where it was kind of like, Imavov's kind of shit. You know what I mean? He lost to Strickland. He's definitely turned it around. His grappling looked really good against Brendan Allen. His cardio definitely seems to be a big improvement as well. I know he gassed out against Allen, but against Cannonier, it was good. I don't get how the fuck this works against Brendan Allen, who's doing nothing, just laying on his leg. This guy's completely gassed out like Shamil Gas. I swear it's because I picked Brendan Allen. If I picked Imavov, he would have just lost. 100%. If I picked Imavov, he would have just got mogged in round 1 by Allen. Right? But because I picked Brendan Allen, this guy turns into Shamil Gaziev and passes that genes on to Imavov. But Imavov has improved. His grappling did look very good against Brendan Allen. His cardio looked good against Jared Cannonier. He's always been a very good striker. He even had good moments against Sean Strickland. I would say to go from, bottom of the top 15 to number 4 or number 3 right now in the middleweight division. Fair plays to Imavov. I'm going to throw him in the A tier, man. But my third candidate, my top 3 for most improved this year in the voting, it's got to be Dan Hooker, bro. I manifested this. I called for this, bro. You guys called me fucking crazy when I picked this guy against Gamrot, man. He is on a 3-fight winning streak. He beat Mateus Gamrot, one of the worst matchups for him in the division. I think he's going all the way. I think he beats Justin Gaethje right now. I think right now in 2024, 2025, he beats Justin Gaethje. That's my prediction. He has improved from old lightweight contender that nobody rates to old lightweight top 5 title contender that nobody rates. But he's improved. Clearly. Especially in the grappling. Especially with the fact that he has a full training camp now. Compared to the losses that he had to Michael Chandler, Islam Makhachev. Those are valid excuses, bro. The lockdown situation in New Zealand was fucking insane at the time, dude. So, shout out to Dan Hooker. Big improvement. Top 5 at lightweight now. This is my list, guys. Let me know down below. Who do you think is the most improved fighter of UFC 2024? Obviously, these are the ones that came to my mind. I'm not going to remember everybody. So, if some guy in the comments wants to drop a comment, dude, you actually forgot about Vinicius Oliveira. It's like, okay, shut the fuck up, dude. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. I do like reading the comments. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Instagram and follow me over on Twitter, guys, because I got some big news coming. Okay, NEWS news coming. All right, guys, stay tuned for that, man. See you guys in the next video, boys. Goodbye.